The truth is that 90% of what we attract is based on our subconscious belief systems, right? So in order for you to attract what you want, your belief patterns need to be changed. Your subconscious negative belief patterns need to be changed. So if we are manifesting or attracting to ourselves based on 90% of our unawareness, then we're going to have to be determined to figure out how we are creating the reality that we don't want to create. Because most people, they are having a difficult time attracting what they want. So what do you want? And what are your beliefs as it pertains to what it is that you want? So our belief systems, they were programmed within us when we were a child. So a lot of what we think about, we don't even think about what we think about, right? So me, for example, one of my biggest struggles years ago when I started in business was money. I had a lot of negative belief systems around money mindset because I heard things like money don't grow on trees, always robbing from Peter to pay Paul. Whenever you get something, it leaves right away. You can get money in, but you can't keep money in. So, I saw my father struggle in business. I saw my father, always trying to make a dollar when it came to business. And so even though I was programmed to be an entrepreneur, funnily enough, because my father always said that he did what he did so that his children didn't have to work for anybody, right? So I was programmed to be an entrepreneur, yet there were a lot of negative belief systems when it came to being an entrepreneur. Another struggle that I had that was based on a negative subconscious belief system was with regards to my weight. So I always wanted to be small. I always wanted to be slim. However, I was always a chubby child, and I always heard about me being a chubby child when I was a child. And so as much as I wanted to lose weight, as much as I wanted to be a certain dress size, I wanted to have a particular look, right? My focus always was on the weight, the overweight, the too much weight being there. So not until I was able to change those belief patterns and that negative subconscious programming, not until I was able to do that was I able to have a completely different experience when it came to money and wealth and abundance, and when it came to my weight and when it came to my health.
How do people get in their own way of attracting what they want?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked me that question. The way that you use your words is key. And so many people are not conscious of the words that they speak. For example, again, we're programmed with a lot of our belief systems when we are children. We hear a lot of things when we're children, a lot of superstitious beliefs, a lot of superstitious sayings come in from the time that we are a child. We learn these things when we're a child. Until you become conscious of the words that you speak, you're never going to be able to attract what you want intentionally. You're always going to be creating in default. So for example, when I'm working with my clients, one of the things that I always listen for is when they use the word but. And my clients know this. I'm like, but out. Because wherever you place a but, you are creating an obstacle to the thing that you say. For example, I want to be wealthy, but I can't save money. Your reality, your truth, your manifestation comes after the but. You cancel out, I want to be wealthy. That's not really what you want, because your focus is more on the fact that you cannot save money. Your focus is more on the fact that you cannot see how creating wealth is possible for you because you're not able to do this. Another language pattern that people use all the time is, well, I'll try, or I'm trying to. You're either trying to do it and not succeeding, or you're doing it. Doing it and trying to do it are two completely different things. You don't try to eat your food. You don't try to use the bathroom, right? You either eat your food or you don't. You either use the bathroom or you don't. You either lose weight or you don't. There's no such thing as trying, but whenever you say I'm trying, what you're really doing is putting a clause in the contract that this thing might not happen. And then this is a big one. Can't. I can't. Whenever you say can't, you are reaffirming struggle, you are reaffirming hard, and you are reaffirming difficulty. So stop using the word can't. Because whatever you feel like you can't do, you're absolutely correct. You'll never do it.
What do you think about music and the words they communicate to us?
Whew. I hope I don't get shot down for this one. Listen, whatever you allow your mind to consume daily is contributing towards creating your reality. So it's one of the reasons why I don't watch the news, because there's nothing good on the news, ever. They're always talking bad things. They're always interjecting fear into your psyche whenever you're watching the news. I'm very intentional about now what I consume on Facebook. I'm actually being very, very intentional and conscious about my scrolling efforts, right? Because a lot of times we do things just through habit, just through routine programming, and we're not aware. Awareness is key, right? So what is it that you're allowing into your senses? And one of the things that we listen to unconsciously is music, right? And I'm a lover of music. Like, music makes me happy. I listen to music every single day. But lately I've been very aware of the words that is coming across in the music. Now, for me, what attracts me is the beat, right? I'm very much a beat girl, right? But one of my favorite songs by Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. I just started listening to her music again recently, and I just really tuned into the words of that particular song. So listen to the words. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You got your family, and they need you there. Though I try to resist being last on your list, but no other man's gonna do. For I'm saving all my love for you. You saving all your love for someone who's not giving you 100%, right? So there's so much violence, there's so much heartbreak that's connected to the music that most people listen to. And what you consume, you become. And what you become, you attract. And so you need to be very mindful, and you need to be very intentional about what you are allowing into your psyche, because whatever you think about and you consider, you internalize it. Whatever you internalize, that becomes your belief system. Whatever is your belief, you're going to speak. And whatever you're speaking, you are affirming. So are you consuming possibility, or are you consuming difficulty? So you have to be very aware of what you're allowing into your senses, specifically what you see and what you hear.
So when you started to attract different, what was one of the things that you changed?
When I decided that I wanted to go to the next level, I needed to look at my circle. Because the old people always said growing up, you are who you hang out with. And who you hang out with is you. And your vibe comes from your tribe. Your tribe is your vibe. You become the vibe of the people that you hang out with. You become the vibration, because like attracts like, right? And so when you are ready to attract something different, when you're ready to go to the next level, when you're ready to achieve success, you're going to have to, a lot of times, if you're not achieving success based on your company, based on your surroundings, based on your current vibration, you're going to have to shift your vibration. And you're going to have to ask yourself the question, are the people that I am associated with, are they aligned with what I desire to attract? And if they're not aligned with what you desire to attract, then they are an obstacle to what it is that you're trying to attract. And especially if they're judgmental, especially if they're critical, especially if they're people who everything is impossible with, right? They're always talking more about what cannot happen, or what they cannot do, or what reality is, right? And they're not aligned with what it is that you're trying to accomplish, then you're going to have to disconnect. It was something that I had to do. It's something that I still do today, but I'm aware that it is a necessary part of the attraction process, especially when it comes to attracting something different in your life. You know, when I decided that I was going to do different when it comes to attracting relationships, you know, I created a list. I started making requirements, and I shared that list with someone, and they said to me, it was a gentleman, by the way, he said, oh, you're not going to attract that person. That person doesn't exist. All that person was telling me was that they weren't the person, and I needed to walk on by. And I did, honey. I got the step in real quick. And then when you decide that you want to have something different, know that you can. You know, if you want to be something different, do something different, or have something different, first thing is knowing that you can do it, right? And then you need to look at, you know, do you have what you need to support the manifestation, or to support the attraction? Because we don't know what we don't know. But it doesn't mean that we can't learn. what we don't know, right? So ask yourself the question, do I have what I need to attract what I want? You know, for example, you want to attract love, you want to attract success, you want to attract joy. You know, are your belief systems when it comes to relationships, like for example, women talking about, you know, all men cheat, or, you know, you can't find a good man anymore. Okay, well, if that's your belief system, then that's going to be your attraction point. That's what you're going to attract to yourself. If you're a guy and you're looking for a relationship, but you think that all women are gold diggers, or women are only looking for what they can get from you, okay, that's your belief system, that's your vibration, so that's your attraction point. You want success, but you feel like it's really difficult. You've never seen success around you. You don't feel like you're worthy of success. That's another issue as well. And a lot of these issues, a lot of these belief systems are in the subconscious programming, and you have to connect with maybe a coach, a soul coach like I am, who can help you to connect to what is creating the obstacles to you being able to attract the thing that you want, being able to manifest the thing that you want. Because, you know, you can affirm all day. I'm not a big believer in affirmations, like you write affirmations out everywhere and you just say those things all the time. I'm not a big believer in those, and I'll tell you why. Because if you don't believe the words that you're saying, you're not going to manifest what it is that you're saying. And if you have a negative subconscious belief system that is in direct opposition to what you're saying, you're not going to attract the thing that you're saying with your mouth, because inside you don't believe it. So, you know, there are certain things that have to work with each other in order for attraction manifestation to take place. If you don't have what you need when it comes to success, you know, you want to go to the next level in your business, but you know that you don't have the tools that are necessary to support you manifesting greater success in your business, then you might need to hire a business coach. You know, if you want to attract something different in your health, you might need to hire a coach who can help you, you know, with your physical health, with your fitness. If you know that your life is messed up, and you know that you have negative thoughts, you know that everything that you think about is always negative and it's always connected to what you cannot do and what you cannot have, then you might need to hire a life coach, somebody who can actually see your situation from a soul level. That's what I do, right? And help you, give you the tools, give you the processes, and help you to identify what is limiting you so you can move beyond that. Because again, I believe firmly that if you want it, you can be it, you can have it, you can do it, whatever it is. But you have to be in a place where you are attracting what it is that you want, both consciously and subconsciously. And I'd really love to hear what our viewers think about this. So leave your comments. What is your feedback? What do you think about attracting? Are you having a difficult time attracting what you want? Does this make sense? Does this make no sense? Leave your comments in the comment section. And if you want to be notified whenever we upload new videos, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. That's going to notify you whenever we upload a new video. And then, you know, tell me where you're watching this video from. I love to hear where you're tuning in from, so that I can acknowledge you, right? And yeah, if there's anything that you really want to hear about, put that in the comment section too as a suggestion, right? And finally, if this made sense to you, if this was helpful, and if this is something that you feel like somebody else needs to hear, then share it. Sharing is caring.